Good morning, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. It's such a beautiful day. I thought we would read a story outside in the woods today, behind my house. And the story I chose is a springtime story. It's called Possum and the Peeper by Anne Hunter. Peep, peep, peep. Possum opened one small eye. What was that noise? He buried his head deeper in his warm winter nest. Peep, peep, peep. I'll never get back to sleep with all that racket, he said. I'm going to go find out who's being so inconsiderate so early in the morning. Possum stepped out into the cool, green morning. Peep, peep, peep. Possum looked up. A pair of catbirds were building their nest high in a tree among the new leaves. Is that you peeping up there? Demanded Possum. Not us, said the catbird. We can scarcely hear ourselves sing with all that clamor. Well, I'm going to see for myself who's making such an awful din. We'll come too, said the catbirds. We can search high in the trees while you look low on the ground. They set off through the woods. Possum stopped to sniff the trout lilies blooming along the path. Peep, peep, peep. They followed the noise up the hill. At the crest of the hill stood a bear blinking blearily outside his cave. Who woke me from my warm winter sleep, he snarled, showing his long white teeth. Was it you, he said, spying Possum. No, said Possum, but we are on our way to find out who it was. I had better come along then, growled the bear. You may need someone my size when you find this fellow. They continued over the hill, the catbirds flying overhead and the bear grumbling along behind. The spring sun shone down warm on their feathers and fur. Peep, peep, peep! The sound was getting louder and louder. They came down to the marsh where they saw a muskrat spring cleaning his house. Excuse us, shouted Possum. Have you been peeping? What? Yelled the muskrat. I can't hear you over all that noise. Well, we're on our way to put a stop to it once and for all, said the bear. If you could show us the way through this swamp. They pressed on, following the muskrat, peering between the new green shoots and into dark pools, closer and closer, louder and louder. Possum pushed aside some reeds. Aha, they said, squinting at a small spot on the bank. How could such a speck of a thing make such a huge racket? Asked the bear. You have woken up the entire forest, little frog, said Possum. The little peeper looked up, from the possum to the muskrat to the catbirds and finally to the bear. Then he puffed out his tiny throat. Rise and shine, he shouted. Shake a leg. Build your nests and clean your burrows. It's spring, it's spring, it's spring. The bear stepped closer to the little frog. I, he growled, don't like to be awakened so early in the year, especially, he added, by a frog. There he is. Oh, but look at that beautiful spring flowers, cried the peeper, and sniff the good spring smells. How could you want to sleep through such a glorious spring day? The animals looked around at the budding trees. They smelled the blooming flowers and felt the warm sun shining. They listened to the buzzing bees and warbling birds. Legs stretched and bellies rumbled. It was true, quite true. No one could deny that it was a fine thing indeed to be out and about on the first warm day of spring. There's nothing quite like a good walk on a spring morning, proclaimed Possum. Won't you join us for breakfast, little peeper? But the spring peeper was already peeping again at the top of his lungs. Time for breakfast. Toast and tea. The early bird gets the worm. Peep, peep, peep. Peep, peep, peep. And there they are sitting together. Happy spring. Well, I hope you get to be outside today. It is beautiful. Go outside and look for signs of spring. Maybe little flowers popping up, some daffodils or some tulips. There's all kinds of spring things going on outside. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.